Hello guys, my name is Rastilde, and I'm a YouTuber that focuses on going as fast as possible. Today, the question I have proposed is, what is the best Christmas event tower? First of all, I'd like to say, Merry Christmas! Thank you for taking the time out of your holiday to watch my silly video. I'll still be trying to go as fast as possible this holiday, however, expect this to be a longer episode. Okay, let's begin by giving a ranking to all of the Christmas towers. Number 6, Snowballer, an absolutely terrible early game freeze tower that came from the Operation Ice event in 2024. I would not recommend this tower in any of your loadouts. Number 5, Archer, an okay early through mid-game long-range Pierce tower that came from the Christmas 2019 event. This tower is, like I said, okay. I wouldn't recommend him in your loadouts, however. Number 4, Frost Blaster, an early through late support tower that came from the Christmas 2019 event. This tower is overall okay, and its main mechanic is that it can freeze enemies instantly. However, since each freezing tower can only freeze an enemy once every second, and Frost Blaster's main mechanic is instant freeze, I would not recommend this tower. Number 3, Cryomancer, a great early through late game support tower that came from the Krampus Revenge event in 2023. This tower is actually really good, unlike the previous 3 Christmas towers, and I can actually recommend you use her in your loadout as she has absolutely great freezing and slowing. Number 2, Elf Camp. A fantastic early through late game spawner tower that has a lot of potential to help your game in every single mode. This tower originated from the Violent Night event in 2022. Like Cryomancer, I can actually recommend you this tower and you can potentially use it in your loadout. Number 1, Elementalist, an overpowered multi-purpose support tower that came from the Operation Ice event in 2024. This tower can swap between Fire and Frost modes. The Fire mode absolutely obliterates enemies, while the Ice mode can slow down enemies a lot. I would absolutely recommend this tower in every loadout as it is very powerful. There's the simple answer though. If you'd like to hear more about the details, then stay. However, if you don't care, then thanks for watching. You can click off if you'd like. Have a Merry Christmas! Okay, let's explain why I gave these towers their rankings. First of all, we got Snowballer in 6. This placement is fairly self-explanatory. It's an absolutely terrible tower. Even the former worst tower in the game, Paintballer, is better than it. The only thing Snowballer has going for it is the slowing and freezing, which is absolutely terrible due to the slow fire rate. You'd be better off using Freezer, an intermediate tower over this, an event tower. Do not use Snowballer ever. I'll save myself the trouble for later videos and put it in F tier. Second of all, we have Archer. I'd say this tower is not good at all, however, it cannot be compared to the likes of Snowballer as it has some sort of use. Archer has 28 range, meaning that it can hit enemies for quite a long time. This makes it a tower that isn't completely useless as it still has some burn mechanics as well as Pierce. I'll save some editing time for future me and put this tower in D tier, as it has absolutely terrible DPS, but it can still attack enemies for quite a long time as well as attack every single enemy in the game, making it overall okay. Third up, we got Frost Blaster. I pretty much said everything I needed to say in the simple segment, but I can go a bit more in depth here. Frost Blaster used to be really good before, however, he was absolutely ruined by the fact that all freezing towers can only freeze an enemy once every second. This means that this nerf left every other freezing tower unaffected except for Frost Blaster because Frost Blaster has an instant freeze mechanic. Overall, this tower is not very good anymore, and I'll save myself some time and put it in C tier with Gladiator. Fourth up, we got Cryomancer. I actually covered Cryomancer just last video, and I recommend that you go watch that if you want details on her and her mechanics. Overall, this is a pretty solid tower, and I can actually recommend that you use this one unlike the past 2 towers shown. Ranked second, we have the Elf Camp. This is personally one of my favorite towers, and it is a very solid option for your matches despite not having balance changes for 2 years at this point. This tower can range from carrying your team in the early game to being a sub DPS in the late game for a very cheap cost. This tower can actually shred through newer modes like Fallen and Molten easily in the early game, and I would absolutely recommend it. It is most likely that I'll cover this tower again in a later video, so I'll save ranking it for then. And in first place, we have the Elementalist. This tower is absolutely great, and I dare say it's overpowered even. This tower is very strong because of its multi-purpose capabilities being Frost and Fire modes. The Frost mode has absolutely great slowing enemies at numbers up to 60%, which is insane considering the fact that it also provides over 100 DPS. And that's not all of it yet either. The Fire mode applies a burning effect to all enemies it hits, which is an absolutely insane DOT of 180. Not only that, but the DOT is very short, so a few seconds after the DOT is over, the Elementalist can hit it again to apply DOT once more. This is an absolutely great tower, and I'd recommend that you use him if you get a chance. This tower goes in a solid S tier for being absolutely great support. Thank you for watching my video. I know I said this was going to be a Christmas special, but I guess it was just more of a Christmas-themed video. I'm sorry if it didn't meet your expectations. Be prepared for the next video documenting the history of Cowboy. Thanks for watching, goodbye, and have a Merry Christmas!